The planet of Zellar was a world of strange beauty. Its surface was covered in a thick blue haze, and the air smelled of burning metal and moss. The Xellarian species had once been proud and strong. Their technology rivaled that of any galactic empire, and they had conquered planets, made allies, and built alliances. But all of that had changed in the blink of an eye. In the year 2347, an unstoppable alien race known as the Kriller invaded Zellar. The Kriller were an aggressive species that destroyed everything in their path. They had wiped out many civilizations across the galaxy. Their fleet was vast, their weapons more advanced than anything the Xellarians had ever seen. The Xellarians, once rulers of their domain, were powerless to stop the invasion. One by one, the galactic allies of Zellar turned their backs on them. The Zorikans, the Vengsi, and even the Byrans. Everyone abandoned Zellar. They believed that the Kriller would wipe out the Xellarians, and the price of intervening was too high. Diplomats, warriors, and commanders across the galaxy turned away from the desperate cry of the Xellarian leaders. "We are sorry, but the cost is too great," they said. "We cannot afford another war." The Xellarians were left alone, helpless, and afraid. Their once great cities now lay in ruins, and their people were scattered, hiding in caves and underground bunkers. The Kriller's ships hovered above, destroying everything in sight. Hope was a distant memory. However, in the darkest hour of Zellar, when all hope seemed lost, there was a strange signal. It came from an unknown source. The Xellarians had been taught to believe that humanity was weak, primitive, and insignificant in the vastness of the galaxy. The humans had only recently made their mark on the galactic stage. They had no advanced technologies, no mighty fleets, and no powerful allies. So, when the Xellarians intercepted the signal, they had no idea what it meant. The message was clear. "We are the humans. We are coming." At first, the Xellarians dismissed it as a foolish attempt to gain attention. What could the humans possibly do to help them? But as days turned into weeks, the humans' promise became more real. A small fleet of human warships appeared in the skies of Zellar, far outnumbered by the Kriller ships, but determined. They came not with promises of grand alliances or military superiority, but with an unwavering will to help. The first battle was fierce. The Kriller, underestimating the humans' resolve, launched a full-scale attack. The human ships, though smaller and slower than the Kriller vessels, fought with a ferocity that was unmatched. The Xellarian survivors watched in awe as the human ships dodged incoming fire, outsmarted the Kriller tactics, and fought with unmatched courage. It was a fight that the Xellarians had long given up on. Human soldiers, clad in their advanced but simple armor, landed on the planet's surface. They did not waste time with political promises. They fought. They defended. They helped rebuild. Where once the Xellarians had lost everything, the humans were willing to give everything to save them. Commander Eric of the Xellarian resistance had seen many battles, but this was different. As he watched the humans fight alongside his people, he felt something he had not felt in a long time. The humans weren't here for glory. They didn't need to conquer Zellar. They were here to protect. They'd fought not for their own empire, but for the survival of a species they had never met. "They are incredible," Eric said to his lieutenant, standing beside him as explosions rocked the distant battlefield. The lieutenant nodded. "How did they do it, Commander? How are they so strong?" Eric shook his head. "I don't know, but one thing is clear. Humanity doesn't give up. They fight until the last breath. That's why they're winning." Despite the Kriller's overwhelming numbers, the humans' tactics and determination began to turn the tide. The Kriller, surprised by the human resistance, struggled to adapt. The Xellarian resistance forces were strengthened with new strategies taught by the humans. They began to retake lost cities and vital resources, slowly driving the Kriller back. It wasn't just military support that the humans provided. They also brought a message of unity and survival. The Xellarians were taught to overcome their fear, to trust in each other, and to never give in to hopelessness. In their darkest hour, the humans had shown them that strength wasn't always about weapons and fleets. It was about willpower, heart, and the willingness to fight for what's right. The turning point came when the Kriller launched their final assault. With everything they had left, The Kriller attacked the last remaining Xelarian stronghold. The humans, with their unyielding will, stood beside the Xelarian forces in the battle's final moments. The skies were lit with explosions, and the ground shook beneath their feet. But the humans fought on, refusing to retreat, refusing to let the Xelarians fall. And in the end, it was the humans who struck the final blow, a precise strike that crippled the Kriller fleet. The invaders were driven away, their forces scattered to the far reaches of the galaxy. In the aftermath of the battle, Commander Eric stood on the ruins of his once great city. The humans, though battered and exhausted, were already rebuilding. They didn't wait for applause or recognition. They just got to work. They did it, Eric whispered. The Xelarians had been abandoned by everyone except the humans, and it was the humans who had saved them. In the end, it wasn't strength or technology that made the difference. It was the human spirit. And that spirit was something no other species in the galaxy could match.